Good morning. Today we are talking about theories, rationale and evidence supporting Mtb-Mle developmental learning theories, schema learning theory. Mother tongue based multilingual education. Mtb-Mle. Basic terminologies. Mother tongue means one's native language learned by children. Language is the expressions of ideas by means of speech, sounds combined into words. Bilingual, the use of two languages. Multilingual, the use of two or more languages. Diversity, the inclusion of different types of people in a group. Literary, the ability to read and write.
Mtb-Mle refers to the first language first education, that is, schooling which begins in the mother tongue and transition to additional languages, particularly Filipino and English. Schema learning theories. Key questions describing schema theory. 1. What is schema theory? 2. What is schema? 3. What are the characteristics and functions of schema? 4. How can schema influence our thinking and/or behavior? Schema theory. One of the cognitivist learning theory was firstly introduced in 1932 through the work of British psychologist Sir Frederick Bartlett. Some suggest it was first introduced in 1926 by Jean Piaget and was further developed mostly in 1970s by American educational psychologist Richard Anderson. Schema theory describes how knowledge is acquired, processed, and organized. According to this theory, knowledge is a network of mental frames of cognitive constructs called schema. Schemata organize knowledge stored in the long-term memory. 1. What is schema theory? A theory attempting to explain how our minds organize information, knowledge and memories. A central claim of schema theory is that our knowledge of the words is organized and categorized. This can influence our cognition and behavior. Schema theory has been applied in various areas like motor learning, reading comprehension, mathematical problem solving, motor learning. Schema theory was extended to schema theory discrete motor learning in 1975 by Richard Schmidt. 13. Developing a motor schema has resulted in better performance in children when learning motor task. Reading comprehension. Schema theory is often used to assist second language learning since it often contains reading a lot of text in the target language. Mathematical problem solving. Conducted a research showing that third graders taught to using schemata to solve mathematical problems formulated in words performed better than their peers who were taught to solve. Schema theory nowadays often used even outside cognitive psychology and refers to a mental framework humans use to represent and organize remembered information. Schemata, the building block of cognition. Schemata can represent knowledge at all levels, from ideologies and cultural truths to knowledge about the meaning of a particular word, to knowledge about what patterns of excitations are associated with that letters of the alphabet. Inherent information stored in form of schemata. Context schemata, prior knowledge about the topic of text. Formal schema, awareness of the structure of the text. Language schema, knowledge of the vocabulary and relationships of the words. The practical meaning of schema theory. Emphasizes importance of general knowledge and concepts that will help forming schemata. What is schema? A schema is a cluster related pieces of information, knowledge or memory that are stored in the mind. They're also called cognitive frameworks as they are a system for categorizing or organizing information and memory. 3. What are the characteristics and functions of schema? Characteristics. Long-lasting. Difficult to change, not impossible. Functions. How us to comprehend new information, improve information processing and comprehension. Help us make sense of the complex world of information that we live in. Schema include generalizations about situations, people and places. Making generalization helps saves our cognitive energy. Stereotypes are an example of a social schema and how can generalize about groups of people to save our cognitive energy. 4. How can schema influence our thinking and/or behavior? Example influence of schema. 1. Comprehension. Schematic processing. processing and trying to make sense of new information by relating it to existing knowledge. 2. Confirmation bias. We tend to focus on, remember and believed information that is consistent with existing beliefs, i.e., existing schema. Reinforce stereotypes.